Nation and Diversity. My Childhood. My Childhood is a biographical ascent of APJ Abdul Kalam, the former President of India. The childhood of Kalam is a significant example of India's unity in diversity. He enjoyed religious harmony in his childhood. One can easily understand how children enjoy their childhood at school, irrespective of caste and religion. Kalam was born in a middle-class Tamil family at Rameshwaram in Tamil Nadu. His parents were poor and had no much formal education. His father was Jainul Abdin. He was a man of great natural wisdom and generosity. Kalam's mother, Ashiyamma, was an ideal helpmate towards guests and family members. Despite being a Muslim, Kalam had three close friends from Brahmin families who equally shared the least concern towards religious differences. The stories of Ramayana and the life of Prophet were bedtime stories embedded in the heart of Abdul Kalam. As a token of secular idealism, Kalam's family served Lord Rama during Sita Rama Kalyanam ceremony. During the Second World War, the emergency was declared. The first casualty came in the form of the suspension of the train halt at Rameshwaram station. The newspapers were to be bundled and thrown out from the moving train on the Rameshwaram road. Samsuddin, the cousin of Kalam, needed a helping hand to catch the bundles of newspaper. Then Kalam came forward to do the job and earned his first wages in the process. When the Second World War broke out, there was a sudden demand for tamarind seeds in the market. He collected the seeds and sold them a provision shop on Mosque Street. Then Kalam earned money by selling tamarind seeds and catching paper bundles from the running train. When Kalam was in the 5th standard at the Rameshwaram Elementary School, a new teacher came. Kalam wore a cap which marked Kalam a Muslim. He always sat in the front row next to Ramananda Shastri. The new teacher could not digest a Hindu priest's son sitting with a Muslim boy. In according with this, the new teacher asked Kalam to go and sit in the back bench. Kalam felt very sad. Kalam and his friends told their respective parents about the new teacher's humiliating behavior towards Kalam. Ramananda Shastri's father summoned the teacher and warned him not to spread the idea of social inequality and communal intolerance in the minds of innocent children. He asked the teacher to either apologize or quit the school and the island. There were two people who were very aware of the differences among them. One was the new teacher and the other was the wife of Subramanian Iyer. In another incident, the wife of their science teacher Subramaniam Iyer she was very conservative and did not allow Kalam to eat in her kitchen. However, Iyer was not disturbed by his wife's behavior. He showed much patience and did not lose his temper. Instead, he served Kalam with his own hands and sat down beside him to eat his meal. When Kalam visited the house next week, Siva Subramanian Iyer's wife took him inside her kitchen and served him food with her own hands. In this way, differences can be resolved and people's attitude can be changed. Kalam wanted to leave Rameshwaram for further studies. He wanted to study at the district headquarters in Ramanathpuram. Kalam's mother hesitated to send Kalam to Ramanathapuram. Then Kalam's father told his wife that children have to be let free so that they can realize their thoughts and goals. He also said that a seagull flies away alone and finds its own food and nest. Children should themselves develop their thoughts naturally. Children should know how Mr. Kalam strove hard to become the president of our country. Children should draw inspiration from him. Vocabulary. Now, let us fill in the blanks. Samsuddin helped me earn my first income. He is ignorant about technology. People from different backgrounds could mingle easily. The car collided with a stationary vehicle when we were going to buy some stationery from the bookstall. The floor was laid with a newspaper. Grammar. Linkers or discourse markers. The linkers help to keep the ideas together, synchronize them, and assiduously arrange them to make the text effective. They are the pivotal words to maintain the logical structure and sequence of the passage. Now, let us join the following sentences using the linkers given in brackets. There were freezing temperatures. They trekked for hours. In spite of freezing temperatures, they trekked for hours. We booked a holiday. We had very little money. We booked a holiday although we had very little money. He didn't like water. He cooked a cruise. In spite of the fact that he did not like water, he cooked a cruise. Jainuluddin has no formal education and no wealth. Jainuluddin had neither formal education nor wealth. A plea for India. A plea is a request. This poem is a plea of the poet to the nation. Our poet says that we, the people of India, are proud to be a strong nation and our roots are strong. We proudly declare that our roots are not being shaken. But in India, we have many disputes and disturbances which leaves us in difficult situations. Fights leave us in poor plight. Castes make us lose our charm. They are clearly seen for selfish men and self-empowerment. The poet requests the Indians to forget the castes which make us to lose our charm. He asks us to ignore regional preferences. He also requests us to take the call of the nation. The poet asks us why we spend our time arguing about things that are not important. We have to spend our time to complete great tasks like the development of the nation, to participate in social welfare program, to serve the poor and the needy, etc., which are not finished for a long time. India has to develop in all fields. It should stand as the example of morals. There are many problems to be solved for the poor people. The poet asks us not to take pleasure in creating problems. There are some people who encourage violence to disturb the foundation of country's unity. they are cheats. The innocent people are misled by them and they are being cheating. He asks us, who can give the mother most loved son who was killed in violence? He asks us whether we can give back the brother of someone who was killed in violence. He questions us where the love in our hearts has gone. The poet says that there is no reason for us to be proud and happy. We have a long way to go and we have to think seriously or we would be miserable. He asks us to throw out the bad ideas in our minds and spend our time to think piously. He suggests us that we should control the violence. If not, we have to bend our heads in shame and we will fail very badly. The poet says that we have power to win anything. So, we should end up all the violence, cheating, communal riots, racial discrimination, regional disparities, social and economic inequalities and everything bad. He suggests us that we should unite and fight against the people who encourage violence. For this, the only thing we have to do is to do everything with a bit of dedication to make India a better nation by avoiding violence and by thinking piously. Unity in diversity in India. There is a home to a multi-ethnic, multilingual and multi-religious society. But it has one heart. Though the people have their own cultures, traditions and languages, they are ready to accept the culture of others who live with them. The Indian civilization is a mixture of Dravidians, Aryans and Hindu cultures, bringing North and South to a common stage. People may speak different languages, may follow different regional habits, but they have one common language to being into one stream, and that is Hindi, recognized as the national language of India. The feelings of unity is quite common for every development. India is a land of rich music, fine arts, culture, spiritual impact and passionate heritage. The West gets attracted towards India for the way of life we had. The festivals of India depict the unity, love and feeling of universal brotherhood. India's rich heritage, culture, traditions and conventions are the factors to contribute unity in diversity. The ancestral heritage of sages, Maharshis, spiritual leaders stand as a symbol of the purity, peace and non-violence. The temples, monuments and caves represent the rich sculptures and architecture of Indian intellectual minds. The music, dance and art forms highlight the aesthetic outlook and spirituality. The writer means to say that India is a secular country. Being a secular country, many different modes of appeal, different types of convention, traditions and culture were embraced. Hindi is considered as the lingual France of India. From Kashmir to Kanyakumari and Mumbai to Nagaland, Hindi is widely spoken and understood. Hindi, like English, is understood in almost every part of the country and stands as a symbol of unity and brotherhood in present civilization. Unity in diversity, a special feature of only our nation. Vocabulary. Now, let us read the following words or phrases and find the words or phrases from the text which convey the same meanings. myriad, many, vertebral, numerous, several, manifold, composite. Synthesis, combine, common, unique bonds, composite, aggregate, whole, uniformly, assimilate. Diversity, difference, disunity, differential, different, varied, separate, contrast. Dialects, local languages. Saints, seers, sage, yogis, maharshis, spiritual leaders.
మా వీడియో కనుక మీకు నచ్చినట్లయితే లైక్ చేయండి, షేర్ చేయండి. ఇలాంటి మరిన్ని వీడియోస్ కోసం మా ఛానల్ని సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేసుకోవడం మాత్రం మర్చిపోకండి. థ్యాంక్ యూ ఫర్ వాచింగ్.